Hi, my stamping friends. It's Marilyn Wagner here, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my business name is Stamping Creations with Marilyn. You hopefully have seen me around on various social medias, and my website, and I have a newsletter, email list that you can sign up for to get all the latest and greatest of what's happening in my world and the Stampin' Up! World. So just watch the notices I have put out, and you can always join me there. So hello Roz, hello Elaine, good to see you, and Peggy, good to see your names there. I must be in the right place. So thank you for joining me tonight on this Thursday evening. Here in Alberta today we did have some sunshine, which was great to see, but lots of wind. We're having wind happening. So the snow that we had, like about this much of it yesterday when we got up, is pretty well gone. So that's good. It was a wet snow, and hopefully the farmers are happy with that. So hi Karen, hi Gail. Anyway, I'm not going to just continue on there too long with talking about the weather, because that's always a subject that we can always go to. A few things to share with you that I'll show when I'm turn you down to my desk. Just reminders that today is free shipping for Stampin' Up! And that doesn't happen very often. Those of us who are demonstrators are excited when it happens, because we can order and get the free shipping as well. So I did place an order earlier and was happy to get free shipping, like most of you would have been. So hopefully you've all been able to take advantage of that. And if not, it is available until 11:59 tonight, Mountain Time. So just be aware of that. So I've got a card I want to make with you tonight. I've got some show and tell cards to share with you, and a few other things. So stick around and communicate with each other like you're doing, which is great. I love this community that we've built, and share ideas, concerns, Stampin' Up! Related and otherwise, and just enjoy each other like we would if we were together. So I'm going to turn the camera down, and while I'm doing that, one of my questions, I usually have a question for you, and today it's, how do you like to be pampered? I was lucky enough today to go and have a massage for an hour-long massage. It was wonderful. When I came out, she said, "How are you?" And I said, "I'd like to have a nap." I was pretty relaxed when I came out of there. So let me know what's your favorite way of relaxing and being pampered. There you see the other side of my room. And if you haven't joined me before, welcome. If you have joined before, welcome back. I love seeing all of you here. So please, like I say, share, comment, discuss things with each other, and we'll carry on. I do have some things to show you at the end that I'm not going to go over now, but to begin with, as I said, today is free shipping. So if you haven't taken advantage of it, it's a great time to stock up on your adhesives, your envelopes, cardstock. There are some price increases coming with the new catalog on May the 3rd, if you weren't aware of that. So maybe that's a good time to, now is a good time to take advantage of getting things before the price increases as well. So that is number one thing, because it has a deadline, like I said. Another thing with a deadline is our stamping staycation. It will be on Saturday, May 7th, and you can register now. We're taking registrations. We are doing things over on the Facebook group. And thank you to all of you who have registered and are taking part over there. Again, a great community that we're building with our stamping friends. So any questions, concerns, please reach out to me, and I will love to answer them for you. The mini catalog, as we have discussed, will be in effect until the end of June, and today's stamp set that I'm working with will not be carried over. Just show you where it is. It is, well, actually I'm not going to fold that over because there's a sample on this page. So this is what I'm going to work with again. You saw me use it a couple weeks ago, the Flowing Flowers. Love it because it's a distinctive stamp set, so the shading happens when you stamp with it. So for me, that's a big bonus. I'm going to use Sponge Daubers today for putting ink on it. And I'll show you my other sample that I used, markers, because you can use markers on your red rubber stamps. So if you're interested in that set, like I say, it will be no longer available after this catalog ends on June 30th. Just to be aware of that. This is the annual catalog that is currently in effect, and that one is ending on May 2nd. So many dates to keep track of, almost like income tax time, you know. So be aware again of what's there. A lot of different things are being sold out already on the last chance list, and you don't want to be caught with not being able to get what you want there. So reminders again, I do have a monthly card class, which we held together yesterday. They're all on Zoom, all my classes. And I'll just show you the cards we made. We had a great time doing them. There was a couple of these gatefold ones. And this one, what was it, Sharon? I think you called it very elegant. So using, to me, it's a bit more masculine. Could be for either. This one definitely showing off the DSP that you can still get out of that mini catalog. So it's a gatefold this way. And then one using the New Horizon paper. And this is 3 by 5 1/4. So you could get 2 cards like this. And it's actually a pocket card that you could easily put a gift card in here as well. So we thought that was a lot of fun. And the top shape is cut with the envelope dies that are not being carried forward, which is so disappointing. So if you ever want to join me for that card class, we make 3 different cards using current products, and we just have a lot of fun visiting. So the ladies that were with me, I see Sharon's on here, and Bonnie I saw, and we always have a great time. So just let me know. So on to, I'm sure that, hey Deb, good to see you, and Betty Lou. I'm sure that if there's any questions on there, somebody will help you right away if they can, and if not, I will certainly be going back over all the questions at the end or tomorrow and get back to you. So this is the card I wanted to create for you, and I found it on a site by Heidi Smith, Flutter by Heidi, and I saw the picture and I thought, oh, that's neat, I'll just do that. So I went ahead, and I'm using a different color tonight, but I cut out a frame with 2 of my beautiful shapes dies. These 2 here are what I used. And then I found her video, and she did it differently. So it just goes to show you that you don't have to follow exactly what we do. If one thing works for one person, it may work differently for another one. So I'm going to show you my way because I've already got this cut, but I will tell you what she did, and maybe that will work better for you. So we have, I'll save that for some other time. So we have our card base, our regular card base, which is the 8.5 by 5.5, and I must tell you, when folded with the bone folder here, when we did those gatefold cards, I had watched a video that showed cutting and scoring only one piece and then folding the other one over to match. And all of us on the class yesterday decided that was a much better way to do it than trying to score it exactly and have it meet. So just a note there if you're ever looking for how to make those cards and make them easier. So my base, then I have a piece of white for the inside and a piece of white for the outside. And I did stamp a little bit, and that's what I mean by the distinctive shading that's on the stamps that can be on with different colors if you want. So what Heidi did, no, let's do what I'm doing first, and then I'll tell you what Heidi did as I get to it. So I'm going to stamp my image, across the card, and then I'm going to cut out that octagon. Yeah, octagon, I guess is what it's called. Hexagon. I see 6 sides. So I am using Highland Heather, get the terminology correct. And I'm going to stamp my happy birthday first. And whenever you're stamping a really narrow image, all you need is a light touch. So little, used to be, we could say little stamp, light touch, little stamp, little touch, but not quite. That stamp was fairly big. Anyway, now I'm going to take this stamp, and if I can open this without, whoa, then I did it anyway, knock it all over. So in that set, we have one with leaves and a little bit of dusting in the background, one with just a flower, and then this smaller one. And I really like this, sending a card instead of a text. So I'm using the larger one, and I'm going to organize my stamps here, my Sponge Daubers afterwards. I'm just going to ink the main part of the flower, and I think you saw me do this when I did the card a couple weeks ago on the Stamparatus. So kind of the same idea. And one of the reasons, when I did the pink one, I used markers, as I said, but when I looked on my shelf, I do not have markers for this color. Why? I have no idea, because I usually buy the markers for all colors. Then I am going to take my garden green marker, and I'm going to color the leaves, so it'll just show you a different way of coloring your stamp. And you can just take it like that and put your color on. And of course, without it being on the Stamparatus, you've only got one chance at doing this. So we're going to live dangerously tonight. And there, and then I am going to use a different color for my little spots, which I did not bring out here. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to stamp off and then go over it lightly. And we'll see what happens. And as you can see, I ended up doing it 2 or 3 times across there, so we get to do this. So then the next thing, once you do that, you have to moisten it. And water doesn't work very well because it would make lots of water. So just huffing on it, as we used to tell my mom, why do you say "ha" at your glasses when you clean them? So, and I am going to, like I say, live dangerously and hope it colored the card. Then what I will do, whoa, is try not to get purple ink on my pink card. I'm just going to ink it again, and this time I don't have green on there, so I'm not going to worry about coloring that, but I will do my little bit of this. So have others of you done something like this before? And what is your favorite colors to stamp with like that? And one more there, because I want to, the piece I'm going to get cut out, I want to match exactly. So it does take a little bit of time, but it is kind of a, oh, this is neat to color. And again, because I'm not having the green, I could actually stamp that one in the stamp pad, but I am going to, So there is my front layer. And while I've got the ink and everything out here, I'm going to do just a little bit on the inside. And hopefully you're busy chatting with each other and enjoying your evening. That's what it's all about. So that's my stamping. So hopefully that gave you a different idea of how you can get ink on your stamps. You don't have to. One of the, actually it was Heidi when I was watching her video, and she used the markers for all of hers, was the fact that you don't have to buy all the stamp pads right away. Buying the markers is a great way to decide if you really like the colors. And then, if you do, then you can go ahead and purchase the bigger stamps, or bigger stamp pads. So what I did, like I say, for this, I used this die on the inside, the bigger one on the outside, and then I'm going to cut, I should have had that one over a little bit farther. Anyway, it will work. So I'm going to bring in my little cut and emboss machine, because I only need that one die to go through there. Oh, and look at that. My 6x6 paper doesn't work with that. So luckily, my big one is right here. So never thought of that. Never thought of that. So my layers for cutting, I keep the same plate on the bottom, and then the plainer one for on the top, and just lay that where I think it will be good and cut it out. So there you have your piece. Then what I did was I used my liquid glue, and I mounted this on my card front. And as I'm holding it there to dry in just a sec, I will try and explain to you what Heidi did when I watched her video. She took her smaller die and cut it out so that behind here it would show like that. So then she cut this with the bigger one, and she actually attached this piece behind then, and then put this in. And like I say, I had this cut by the time I watched that, so I thought, well, I'm going to continue on and just do it this way. So what you need to do then is pop this layer up so that when you put this piece in, it's flat against the card base. So that is quite easy to do, of course, when we have our dimensionals. And I will make sure it's popped up around the opening, as well as, of course, like usual. So hopefully all of you had a great Easter celebration. If you were celebrating at home or away from home, whatever was made your day a good one. We did have our our family, except our son-in-law, was on call, so he wasn't able to make it, but the rest of them did make it for supper on Saturday, so it was great to have everybody together. So that, and again, as you're stamping, you can try to figure where you're going to put that. If you're happy with it, turn it over and burnish it. And then this little, not that way, this way. It's like a puzzle. Oops, and hopefully I can get it out of there. So then what I will do is just put my adhesive on here. And of course, no rhyme nor reason as to how I'm doing that. And I'm going to just lay my, it's like an inlay, really. And it looks like it's kind of behind in a window. Isn't that neat? And basically that's all there is to it. The card inside piece, of course. And you can try pink, purple, whatever color you want. I'm kind of partial to these colors for spring, obviously. And again, as birthdays, we know we all have a birthday somewhere along the line. And hopefully you get your card on time, right, Karen? Karen had a birthday yesterday. Karen, that's on here tonight. So hope you had a good day, Karen. So that is my card. And as I mentioned to you earlier, if you're on and you are commenting, which a number of you are, you know that I do make a draw at the end of each week to give away the card from the week before. So I'll do that in a minute. But a couple other things. I want to share with you my happy mail. This came from Gail, a birthday card. Isn't that gorgeous? She's done beautiful, beautiful coloring on it with the blends, I'm assuming, and some embossing on there. And this one was from Kathleen. I think I saw you on here tonight, Kathleen. Thank you ever so much for the Easter card. Isn't that gorgeous? I remember these dies. They were from, started with an S. Can't remember it right now, but I know I had them way back when. And Kathleen has turned them into a cross. Just love it. And look at how she did the back and the signature. So thank you, Kathleen. This is one that we made at a class I went to recently, and it's just using just the stamp pad and from that same set, and just a different fold for how it opens. Another birthday card with some shading with the blending brushes. This stamp, you can either, the stamp set has a part that fills this in, but this is colored because the stamp doesn't match it exactly. And these words are from a different set that is not carrying forward, which is kind of disappointing. And another birthday card that I had on my counter, so I haven't shown you yet, from Bonnie. So thank you very much, Bonnie. I love the pinks in there and the black and white. They go together so well. So thank you all for those. And then I did paper pumpkin. How many of you have paper pumpkin and enjoy doing it? I don't very often, but I did get this set because it was the New Horizon one, and was lucky enough to join Faye on her, she does a class each month for paper pumpkin, and she had all the ins and outs as to what you should do, or what works best. Not that you should do, but, so I just thought I would show you those. This is one of them, and you get 3 of each design. This is another one. And they give you all the instructions as to what to put where. There's pictures. It's just really a neat set, neat kit if anybody just wants to try card making. And then this one with the mountains and a bit of ribbon. And there's always supplies left over. I know a friend of mine had subscribed to them for a couple years, and she said she's got enough cards and enough leftover pieces to last her for a long time. So if there's no other pressing questions, Karen, your birthday was great. Good, good. Good to hear. Okay, this is the card we did last week, and it is a corner pop-up card. I had been asked to see if I could figure out how, and I did, so thank you. And again, if anybody does want to suggest or ask me for a certain type of card, please do so, because I'm always looking for ideas. As much as Pinterest helps me, you guys help me more. So I am going to my wheel of winning. Wheel of names actually is what it is. It's not wheel of winning. And just a minute till I figure out the right buttons. So here it is. I'm assuming, now I know some others do this kind of draw and they do it beforehand and whatever, but I'm assuming you guys like to see if your name's spinning on the wheel and coming up. So let me know, and I will there, we have a winner, Doreen Zed. So maybe message me your address, please, Doreen. I think I have sent to you before, but I'm not positive. And I don't want to delay getting that out in the mail, so I will mail it to you. So like I say, any questions, be sure and let me know. Any suggestions for what to do, let me know that as well. And if you're thinking of shopping at all, today's the day, because you get free shipping with Stampin' Up. So please enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully I will see you all next week. Take care now.